Today we have the 2020 Cadillac CT5. It's the first ever CT5. And this is the sport model, and it's got a ton of options and features. So you can see exactly what you get with this mid-size luxury sedan from Cadillac. We're gonna take a look at the exterior, the interior, look at all those details, and go for a test drive. Let's get started. Now real quick before we get started, this Cadillac CT5 is courtesy of Britain Chevrolet Cadillac in Greenville, Texas. They were nice enough to let me take it out to show it to you. So if you're in the DFW area, please be sure to check them out. I'll put their information in the description below. Now starting on the exterior with our sport trim CT5, it's got a bold stance from all angles, completely new for 2020. Now starting up here right on the front, you'll see this big bold grille. You got this nice black aggressive front fascia for this sport model. I like this grille. It's kind of got this glossy black. Then you've got the signature lighting, that vertical lighting, which is pretty slick. LED lighting. You get a lighting package here which actually gives you cornering lamps to help at night, and I've got a video with the Cadillac XT6 showing just how well those work. Now this paint color on our model is called Black Raven, and I think it looks really nice with this CT5 and all the lines that the CT5 has, especially with this sportback look. One thing that's optional that I think looks pretty sweet on this CT5 are these wheels. These are the 19-inch dark satin graphite wheels. They even have black Brembo brakes, and the caliper has Cadillac written on it. So that's pretty cool. It's a nice touch. Otherwise, on the side of the vehicle, you're going to get body color door handles that actually illuminate at night with this lighting package. It's got a fastback profile design. It's 194 inches long, or just about. So it is a little bit of a longer, kind of a mid-size type of vehicle. You've got some nice rocker moldings on here as well. And then when you get to the back of the Caddy, coming off that fastback profile, you've got this sport spoiler that runs across. It looks pretty nice without being too much. You've got the same vertical tail lamps. These are LED tail lamps. They're actually gray tinted, and there's a red crystal lens on the outside as well. Plus, right below here, you've got a dual exhaust with a couple of fat exhaust outlets. Now, one thing that we have is the optional hands-free trunk. Check that out. Just like an actual like SUV crossover, you get that. And back here you'll get almost 12 cubic feet. It's certainly not a large space, but it's actually a little bit bigger and more spacious than you might think. I would hope that it would be a little bit bigger than this, but this will work for quite a few people. I have not been able to throw any luggage back here or anything to really test it out though. You've got one little storage cubby on the right. You've got split folding seats, which is always good for larger cargo. Underneath, you do not get a spare tire, but you get a couple little areas for storage. Now, Cadillac still gives you the smart key system. You've got a pretty nice looking key fob. You can actually still pull your key out. You got metal trim on here, remote start. It's actually adaptive remote start to adjust your seats and your AC and heat and stuff on the inside. And I really like how this one actually does not have the soft material on it, so this should be a longer lasting, durable key fob. And we actually have the lighting package. So on our front and back doors, you can see that little strip right there. That lights up at night, which is pretty cool. You got that button, that little logo right there to lock it. Otherwise, on the inside, it's not just a sensor. There's actually a little button that you press, or kind of like a rubber thing that you press to open it. So the door handle does not actually move away from the vehicle. So it stays kind of sleek, which is unique. And we also get illuminated sill plates with our lighting package as well. Check out my Cadillac XT6 video to see some of the night features you get with these Caddies. And we have the top of the line seats. These are 18-way adjustable. They're pretty nice seats. You've got some stitching on them as well. They are leather. Got really nice bolstering. The bolsters can even be adjusted. And their memory, they got 3-position memory settings. You've got heating and cooling. And check this out. You push that center button and then you get lumbar massage. So that's pretty sweet. You can use this to adjust your bolster adjustment to squeeze tighter or wider. And then you got 4-way lumbar. Plus, you've got thigh extension right there. So this whole thing is pretty loaded up. You've got a heated leather steering wheel as well. Now to give you a quick look through the interior, you still get a nice soft material, a carbon fiber look trim piece right here, a little metal, nice metal door handle, the bows. You got a soft armrest right here, the little bit of padding, some nice stitching that runs around there. My bottle does fit, although it is tight. You got push button start. Now as we look here, we've got a nice steering wheel. It's rather beefy, which I like. You've got a good sport grip. You've got some nice perforation on each side, large metal paddle shifters. The steering wheel is also heated. You've got easy to use controls as well. The windshield wiper stock does give you rain sensing windshield wipers. And then up above, pretty similar to that CT4V I just had, you've got physical gauges on the left and the right, and the large 8-inch screen in the middle on our trim. Now as you look through this screen, you can use your steering wheel to scroll through a whole bunch of stuff on here, and you can actually customize what all you get on this main screen. Using the arrows, you can page through that, the audio, navigation, your phone, and customize various settings. And then it's nice you have the digital speedometer up above as well. Right in front of us, we also have the optional head-up display. There's a lot of information you can change up. It's not super in-depth, but it's nice that you can still see some various information, or you can move it, or you can even just get rid of it. Now you'll see as we move over, we have a large 10-inch screen up above. Everything down here is rather driver-centric, and that's the way Cadillac wanted to make it. You've got some more carbon fiber trim piece right there, the same Bose speaker grill, carbon fiber over there. So it's a nice interior, not super plush, but still very usable and functional, especially for a luxury vehicle. Now this still has the protective screen on there, and I'll leave that because I'm not the one buying this car, but you've got a 10-inch screen. I'm still not a fan of how Cadillac angles the screen kind of up. You can get a little bit of glare. The camera is showing more glare than what I actually see though. But this is a very responsive screen. You can have a customizable home screen. You can change your settings through here. You've got Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. Standard, you'll get a 9-speaker premium, or a premium 9-speaker system, but we actually have the optional 15-speaker Bose system, which does sound quite nice. Another cool feature, you have the surround view camera, which is optional. So you can look down on our camera right here. You've got dynamic lines right there, and take a look at all the different angles that you can do right here. This is really cool. This can really help you park. It's kind of fun to go through all that. You can see next to the vehicle, or your typical screen right there, and it doesn't have to be in reverse to see this. You can have it to when your parking sensors go off and things like that. And the screen is touchscreen, but you still get a volume knob. This knob, you can scroll through different settings or scroll through different icons on the screen. You've got dual zone climate control as well. Very easy and simple layout. You can see your seat buttons. You actually have the parking assist package where it can help you in parallel and perpendicular parking, and then front and rear parking sonar below that. Below that, you get a wireless charging mat or a little storage cubby, and another little cubby right over here. And then in front of the shifter, you've got your drive mode for your normal sport. You can customize it. Traction control and brake hold. The shifter is unique. You just follow this pattern and then push button to park. So this doesn't actually really move. Like if I want to park it, just push that button. Right behind that, you have this knob where you can actually move it to select different things on the screen, or you have your volume knob, seek buttons, and shortcuts for a couple different things. And I really like that because you can still use this, or you can actually touch the screen, and it's in a good spot where your hand's going to rest. As my typical complaint with GM is the bottle holders. They're pretty skinny. I wish they would widen those up, and they don't have any accommodating springs in there either, so that would be nice. But you do have this to where you can actually cover that up if you're not even going to be using it. You got more nice trim right through here. You can really see that on the camera. Got some stitching on the center armrest. The armrest itself is not super soft, but it's still a padded armrest. USB Type-C, and a 12-volt power outlet for your charging devices. This is a little slot you can put your phone, and then there's a little thing right here for cords if you want that, or you can even just take it out if you want. But everything here is also softly lined, as you can see, so that is very nice. Then up above, you'll get automatic dimming rearview mirror. You're gonna get LED lighting up there as well. Plus, we've got this optional, it's a double pane moonroof. So it's not like one big panoramic roof. You've got your own roof over the second row. So that's pretty cool. And then of course you can't see it right now, but Cadillac does give you some ambient lighting on the upper trims in the doors. You can see that in my Cadillac XT6 video. Now as we take a look at the back seat of the CT5, you still get some lighting on the door handle. You've got the same type of unique door handle. And the back seat is definitely more spacious than the CT4. Let's go ahead and hop in. Cadillac still gives you soft material up here and a soft armrest, as well as that same carbon fiber looking material. And sitting behind myself, I have a lot more space. I have the seat low, so I don't have a ton of foot space, but knee space is really plentiful, so that is very welcome. As you can see, we've got a drivetrain hump in the middle, so middle passenger with this all-wheel drive is a little compromised, but you've got a USB Type-C, 12-volt power outlet, and some AC vents, plus both seats get seat back pockets. There's actually better cup holders back here than there are in the front, even though they have these soft little squishies right here, but you've got a center folding armrest. And then when I'm sitting up tall, my hair is touching, but my head is not pushing into the ceiling, so this is an adult-friendly back seat. Now, under the hood for the CT5, you actually get the same 2-liter turbocharged engine that you get with the CT4. It's a twin-scroll turbo 4-cylinder that's going to give you 237 horsepower, 258 pound-feet of torque, and the torque actually comes out really early, so it's pretty much effortless driving around. It's paired with a 10-speed automatic transmission, and we'll talk about all the driving dynamics in our test drive. Now, miles per gallon really isn't too bad. You can get up to 33 miles per gallon highway with rear-wheel drive, which is standard, but we have the all-wheel drive model that actually loses just a little bit of MPGs, 31 on the highway and 21 in the city. My only complaint really with this is that it's the exact same as the base model CT4. And since this is the CT5 Sport trim and significantly more expensive than that base model CT4, I'd expect maybe a little bit more tuning or a little bit more power under here, but this is still a capable and somewhat efficient engine. All right, everyone, we are just getting going in the CT5. And I'm literally just getting going, like first time driving this CT5. So you'll get my first impressions with your first impressions. And my first impression is that this feels like a fairly substantial vehicle. It feels like a Cadillac. I mean, I just got out of the CT4V, which is fun to drive, but this just feels honestly a little more planted. It feels a little more controlled, I guess you could say. It's kind of hard to explain, but Cadillac went for a refined balance of ride and handling. And this stretch of road surface right here is a fairly rough stretch. It brings a lot of road noise, but in here, this is quiet. You've got sound tuning in these CT5s. You've got an acoustic windshield, acoustic side glass as well, and kind of just going middle of the road speed. If I go ahead and put the pedal down a little bit of a delay in the downshift, but held those RPMs quite a bit too. And the thing about this turbo is that driving around town, like you just barely get on it. Like right now, it gives you a good amount of boost. Now in terms of handling, this is quite precise. I'm gonna put it in sport mode. We come out of the corner here, and not much for body lean in that corner. Handling is very good. The weight is a little bit lighter than the CT4V, which was sport oriented, but this feels precise. The steering weight is good. It's easy to control. And you get a little bit of engine noise, a little bit of powertrain noise if you want to really get on it, but overall, we've hit a fair amount of actual little bumps in the road and rough spots in the road, and I'm really pleased with how comfortable this feels. It really is a pretty comfortable riding car. It's very smooth. It's very quiet. It gives you this sense of being in a Cadillac. Like when you think of driving a Cadillac sedan in terms of comfort, now maybe the old ones were super squishy, but with this modern one, the balance of the ride and the handling is spot on. It's not gonna impress you with its corner carving ability, but you've got the V series for that. Now, even though this is a sport trim, and we do have paddle shifters, you've got the sport aesthetic. That's mainly what it is the aesthetic. It's not a faster engine. It's not a beefy suspension. It's just an aesthetic. It's an attitude of the car, a look of the car. Now the brakes on the CT5, they feel pretty good. You get some pedal right away. You don't have to mash on it. It's maybe a little bit softer than I kind of expected, especially compared to the CT4V, but that had Brembos as well. Now this is all-wheel drive, so and that was in sport mode. It holds the RPMs a little longer. That was not floored. This car's got some decent get up and go. I would like to see this, especially the sport trim, maybe have just a little bit of retuning for a little bit more power. And the fact that the whole CT5 has the exact same engine and power as the CT4, that's a little disappointing. This is a little bit of a bigger car, and the price bump, I'd like to see maybe a little more power, but it is still fairly efficient for the power that you get. Now, if you're curious, you can get Super Cruise on the CT5, and the majority of the safety features are available on the upper trims, like the advanced radar cruise control, the lane keeping system, all the parking sensors in the front and the back, the surround view monitor that I showed you. So it's nice that you have all that stuff available to you. Now, I think if I really had to say who would be a good fit with the CT5, it would be just about anybody looking for a sedan that has some luxury character and features, a nice aesthetic to it. Because when you see the term sport, you might be turned off not wanting a hard ride or aggressive type of car, and this isn't that. It's not an aggressive hard riding car. It's a perfect balance. So I guess I'd really have to say I think Cadillac did a nice job with finding balance in the CT5. With all trims, they're all going to ride and drive just like this, except the V Series. The layout in here is easy to use. It's nothing complicated. You still have touch screen. You can control things down here. AC controls are straightforward and push button. So not a lot you can complain about. Maybe the materials in here could be a little more high-end. It could be a little more plush in some areas. But overall, Cadillac still offers you and gives you quite a bit. Now, wrapping things up on this 2020 Cadillac CT5, this sport trim really has a lot of options and a lot of features. There's a lot of goodies on the interior, and overall, Cadillac did a nice job of a well-balanced driving luxury sedan. Now, the name Sport on here is more aesthetic than anything. It's not necessarily a sporty driving type of vehicle. It's certainly not a V Series type of vehicle, but you can get that if you really want it. So if you're okay with a powertrain right here that's maybe not top notch and not a standout, you still get a lot of niceties on the inside in this mid-size luxury sedan. So leave your thoughts down below what you think of the CT5, which trim level would you go for, and be sure to watch some of these other videos. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe for weekly reviews. Have a great rest of your day, and big thank you again to Britain Chevrolet.